Is there an easier way to affect the emotion part a little?
The easiest thing we know is to catch the momentum in the early stages and to be aware. Be aware matters most, and not beat up on yourself when you're in the middle of negative emotion. Just try to talk yourself off the ledge. Do your best to give yourself the benefit of the doubt. Be nice to yourself. That helps a lot. But the easiest way to get here and stay here, or to be consistently there, is to realize that when you wake up in the morning, that's your best shot, because while you slept, the momentum subsided. And so it's much more likely for you to get hold of something that feels good and carry it out. And sometimes, Esther and friends had about 11 days together a few days back, and for 11 days they were riding right here, and it was so interesting to watch everything yield to them. Parking place, they were all over San Diego County, all over the place, and they never went anywhere, and they went 100 places that they didn't park right in front of where they wanted to be. It's like the universe cooperates. And how does that happen? Your impulse to go this way, your impulse to go this way, the amount of time you take moving through, your timing. Timing is everything. And since the source within you knows where you want to be and where you are and where everything else in the universe is in relationship, and knows what things are active and what things have to do with you and what things don't have anything to do with you, there is this universal orchestration on the biggest things and the smallest things that have to do with you. And once you get tuned into that, you will become addicted to connection. You will become addicted to being in the receptive mode, and nothing else will do. And after a while, after a few hours or minutes or days or weeks of experiencing life treating you that way in response to what you've got going on vibrationally, after that happens, the first time you have a little negative thought, you go, whoa, 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 whoa. You are the enemy. You will take me down. I know you will. If I allow myself to focus on you, because law of attraction is so not choosing sides. Any thought you activate, law of attraction will jump right in and make it more. So it really is about thinking and feeling and thinking and feeling and noticing what comes and saying, hey, I like that. And after a while, you'll gather around you those who only want to talk about good things, who want to talk about the good things in life until most people who are listening in are gagging. They just can't believe they're sitting next to you in the restaurant and they heard the bunch of you talking about how good this food is so many times that they want to kill you, each and every one of you. You're talking about the light, you're talking about the twinkles, you're talking about the sunset, you're talking about the air, talking about the fragrance, you're talking about how comfortable the seat is, you're talking about how much you love each other. There's so much to talk about that most people never talk about or rarely talk about because they want to talk about real things like problems. That's how. And you never run out of good things to talk about. And then there is the repeat factor. Remember that time? Remember that time when you said that and we all laughed and then everybody laughs again? It's like it just happened for the first time. Just reactivate that wonderful moment when everyone was brilliant and everyone was right on key. Yeah, that's how it's supposed to be. And you know, when you get your own little merry band of 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or 10 going around like that, the entire universe of merry bands joins you, and you all become brilliant, and your timing all becomes good, and you just have this wonderful time. That's the way it is supposed to be. And if we were standing in your physical shoes or sitting in your physical fannies, probably a bad word somewhere, we would only talk about what we want. Get out. We've enjoyed this. Very helpful. Very helpful.
Hi. New to law of attraction. I got that audio book about 4 months ago, and I've been working on a workshop where I put images together.
When that idea of envisioning or visualizing feels good while you're doing it, then do it as much as you have time for. But don't do that to try to change your mood. Because whatever mood you've got when you do it is what's amplified. Does that make sense to you? If you're feeling disappointed about something, that's not the time to say, I need to go visualize. Because what you're going to visualize is more stuff you don't want.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I have a meditation practice.
Yeah.
And I do believe in that 100%. And what you say about resetting.
Yeah.
And even just to take a nap or time with the dogs or
Yes.
whatever it is too.
Yes.
So I'm working on that too. And I love what you said today about the inevitability. Like it is in motion and it's kind of like I'm going to intersect with
It is
it.
certain. It's a sure thing.
Yeah, and I guess that's why I'm here, because
Yeah.
I wanted to sort of reinforce that.
Yeah.
And
Well, the timing of it's a variable, but you have more control over that, and more you realize that. When you think about it, your journey never ends. You receive a desire, you get in the receiving mode, and you receive a desire, and then, let's say in the optimum situation, you're tuned in, you mostly stay that way, so it's playing out, and you're having rendezvous and experiences, but all along that way, more ideas are coming too, and more ideas are coming too, and more ideas, and more ideas, and more ideas. So it turns out that it never turns out. It turns out that the desire is born, which leads to another, and 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 another. It's a never-ending journey. And so when you get hooked on that good feeling of it unfolding, 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 and you never need a destination, so there's never any disappointment. It's just, in what way is the universe going to cooperate with me today? Oh, there, and there, and there. So there's just this constant validation of you being on track about what you want. Sometimes you get so fixated on what you think is the end of the journey that the fact that you're not at the end of the journey causes you to get wonky in your energy, where if you accept that there is no ending, it's just more good stuff and more good stuff and more good stuff. So Esther's favorite phrase now is, now what? Now what? Now what? In what way, universe, are you going to surprise and delight me today about the things that you know I care about? All day, every day. All day, every day. All day, every day.
I did bring one thing with me.
Good.
Which is the actions that I want to take. Versus like, I hear you, I listen to you,
Yes.
and it makes perfect sense
Yes.
to me, but then it's like,
Yeah.
now it's time to enact that. And I think it's
Yes.
what you just said, like the now, like, you know.
So the question is,
I guess it is my willingness to take actions on that path of least resistance, like, so the
well,
willingness.
that's really why we are asking this one thing of all of you. So let's just say that you're new enough or not practiced enough. This isn't true, but let's just say that you don't really know what your vibration is. So you don't know if you're really in the receptive mode or not. These thoughts are all too new to you, and so you really don't know what your vibration is. So all you got to work with is how things are turning out. Well, when something turns out and it sucks, say to yourself, what thoughts have I been consistently thinking that match up with that? Teach yourself what led to that, and then don't do it anymore. It really is that simple. Teach yourself what led to that, and then don't do it anymore. And the universe will show you and show you and show you. The other day, Esther was at Taco Bell in Texas, and she was waiting for her food, and she looked out the window, and there was a police car pulling over a lady. And the bright lights got Esther's attention. She's just sitting there waiting and watching. And Esther could tell that the woman was upset, and the police officer was being very strong with her. And then she got out of the car, and Esther could tell she looked like she may have been intoxicated. And the police officer's being even stronger with her now, and now the woman is crying. And now her child gets out of the car and is holding onto her leg. And so now the child is crying, and the lady is crying, and Esther is crying because, you know, it doesn't look like anything fun is going to happen anytime soon here. So Esther is thinking, I wonder what I could do to help. Now, Esther didn't know the woman, but she thought, maybe I could, if she's got parking tickets, I'll pay them. What can I do to soothe this? And then Esther thought, I should just mind my own business. And so Esther went about her day. And the next day, she got pulled over for speeding. On her way through a neighborhood, on her way going to the dry cleaners, going 39 in a 35, and she sees the shiny bright lights in her rear view, and she pulls over, and the officer said, do you know how fast you were going? And Esther said, no. And he said, do you know how fast you were supposed to be going? And Esther said, no. Esther didn't want to explain to him, you know, I created you. I was thinking about you yesterday and your shiny lights, and here you are. But he didn't give her a ticket. He just gave her a warning. And as Esther was driving away, she thought, damn, thoughts are really turning to things quickly around here. Because what you think about is actualizing. It just is. But that's good news, because that means you can figure out what you're doing. There's no question in Esther's mind. Next time she sees shiny bright lights, she's going to look away. She's looking away. She's not going to get involved. She's not going to get out her mental checkbook. She's not going to take that child home and feed it for the night. She's not going to bail that lady out of jail. She's not going to put her in a drug improvement program. She's going to look away. Because her thoughts about everything turn to things that happen to her. Is it? So.
I got that from your book. I want that not for my experience. Like, that was something you'd say over and over in the book. And it's also great because a big part of what I want to do is my father was a police officer. And it's funny that you kind of...
Damn.
And I've been carrying that around. It's a story I want to tell, and I don't let myself tell it, and I don't know, whatever.
So thoughts are in the air, aren't they?
Yeah.
In other words, there's a reason that that's a story that we tell to you. Law of attraction is connecting everything, and don't you see the correlation? Aren't you just sort of knocked out by how talented these universal forces are in dovetailing things together for your amusement and enjoyment and understanding and life experience? Isn't this just the most magnificent, leading edge creating environment that you could ever imagine? And don't you like the idea of mastering it and harnessing the universal forces for the good that you have carved out of life? Don't you want to be the uplifter that you were born to be? And know for sure the correlation between something that you've set in motion and something wonderful that happens as a result of it. Yeah. Really good. Enough?
Yeah.
We want you to just for a little bit feel the natural laws of the universe and feel the naturalness of who you are and the naturalness of what life causes you to do and the naturalness of your launching of desires and the naturalness of this incubation period while your vortex is cooking your stuff into something that's going to hatch. And then your realization that once it hatches, then off you go for the further enjoyment of it. You see, we want you to feel the naturalness of it. We want you to take your effort factor out of it. We want you to take your proving yourself worthy factor out of it. We want you to feel your worthiness as a natural thing. We want you to understand that you don't have to prove anything to anybody. You cannot prove anything to anybody. And that when you try, you block your receptive mode so that your intuition and your impulses, your understanding of who you are in the universe is then blocked by this vibration that you are sort of in a flawed premise way projecting. So that's why we want you to feel enthusiasm for your life. But we want the natural enthusiasm that will come. In other words, don't try so hard to make it happen. Let it happen. And when an idea occurs to you, allow yourself to run with that. And don't second guess yourself. Don't think, I don't know why I thought that, or I don't know why I was so excited about that. Say, the fact that I was so excited about that must mean that there's something really good with it. And it is prudent for me, wise for me to flow with that. And it's time for you to begin to live happily or more after a year. It's time for you to stop trying to prove anything to anybody and just be that natural, powerful creator who has come here to create, and to trust that if you weren't worthy and you weren't brilliant, you wouldn't be here. You wouldn't be here with all of this data to help you to focus things into beingness. Just chill out, have more fun. Step 1 and 2 aren't even your work. You couldn't stop doing step 1 and step 2 even if you tried. You can't stop observing. You can't stop having opinions. You can't stop launching rockets. You can't stop filling up your vortex. You cannot stop doing step 1 and step 2. That's done. You can't stop doing that. But step 3 is where all your attention must be. And you know what the basis of step 3 is? Have fun. You know what the basis of step 3 is? Feel good. You know what the basis of step 3 is? Be nice, feel nice, offer love. In other words, project what feels good to you. And as you project what feels good to you, all those visions will come into the light, and you will have the most wonderful time of this never-ending unfolding of delicious ideas coming into being. And people who are watching you will say, man, did you ever win the vibrational lottery? Yeah, really good. Yeah.